Here now, next topic which is also important for our syllabus, that is Ogel diagram. Now why this Ogel diagram is set for this syllabus? This is the actually correlation diagram, and which invented by Leslie Ogel, which is a scientist. Now why this is important? For following few points this is important. Uh, this is specifically for weak field complexes. Okay, and again, this is a qualitative. We cannot quantize energy by using this Ogel diagram. Only spin allowed transitions you can write very nicely by considering this diagram. To do or to study this diagram, we need to have knowledge of R systems. And again, only two Ogel diagrams are given in the syllabus, and even we can do only these two, only for dR system and FR system. Now, this Ogel diagram is for dR system. Okay, we can write even here also in books. In many books it is given like this. Now this is the Ogel diagram for dR system. If you remember, we studied earlier when D is R system, right? And this when the weak field complexes are there, that means interelectronic repulsion is higher than the crystal field. This type there is a splitting of dR system that we studied earlier, and dR system splits into T2G and EG, that you know whole procedure, sign convention and all that formula. Okay, right? Now how I have written this diagram or drawn this diagram, this is with respect to energy. Okay, and this is the crystal field, this side also increasing. Okay, and this is for octahedral as well as tetrahedral geometry. Now this is the dR system which splits into T2G and EG, right? All of you know that. For understanding, I have written here E and T2. This is for tetrahedral geometry, just for understanding. Even EG and T2G will come to this side. And this diagram, this dR system diagram, now you have to remember earlier syllabus from D1 to D10 configurations. And if you remember whole formalism and all that from D1 starting with the D9, for how many configurations that dR system arises as a ground state, that we have studied. And if you remember, this is for D1, D6, D4 and D9. These are the four configurations where ground state R system symbol is D. And therefore, I have written over here D1 and D6. When octahedral geometry is there, this type of splitting will be there, T2G and EG. And when it is a D4 and D9, again D is the R system. But when tetrahedral will be there, that time it will be T2 and E. Okay, this side. And similarly, for this side, D1 and D6, when tetrahedral geometry, that time E will be down and T2 will be up. But when it is D4 and D9 octahedral, then you have to write EG and T2G. Okay, and how transition will take place with respect to these configurations, transition will take place. For example, if I have one complex, for example, which is having D1 electronic 3D1, for example, configuration in octahedral configuration, right? That means 3D has one electron. Now how that will split? That will split into T2G and EG. And how excitation will take place? The dipole moment vector will do. It will excite from T2G as a ground state, one electron, and it will jump to excited state, that is EG. And therefore there will be only one transition is possible, absorption. And how electronic spectra will look like? So this is the absorption versus lambda max. It will come like this. Okay, only one peak will be there. And most of the time this type of spectra and this type of Ogel diagram will be for chromium plus 2, Fe plus 2, Mn plus 3 and copper plus 2. Chromium plus 2 will be, this will be a D4 system. Fe plus 2 will be D6 system. Mn plus 3 will be, again that will be D4 system, and copper plus 2 will be D9 system. So these type of complexes and these four configurations will have Ogel diagram. Hello students, again we will continue for the Ogel diagram for dR system and FR system. Now in earlier video we did for dR system, that was for T1, D6, D4 and D9. These four configurations we covered with dR system, as D is the ground state term symbol for those configurations. Now what are the remaining configurations from D1 to D10? If you look at this, then these are the D2, D3, D7, D8. Now these all four configurations will have FR system, and therefore there is a second Ogel diagram, that is for FR system Ogel diagram, we call it as. Okay. Now for FRS term, we did again interelectronic splitting was more than the crystal field. Therefore, there is a splitting of FRS term into Mulliken symbols. All of you know them. Now, what is the splitting of FRS term? This is P and this is F. FRS, if you remember, FRS term splits into T1G, T2G and A2G. Okay, in octahedral or rotational character table we have used, and this splits into 3 Mulliken states. Whereas PRS term splits into only T1G. That also we studied in the last concluding table. Now, if you look at this F Ogel diagram, you will see that how transition will take place. So, all of you know how transition will take place from T1G to T2G. This will be a first transition. Okay, and this A2G will be a second transition, and T1G will be a third transition. If we label this, this is new 1, this is new 2 and this is new 3. Similarly, this side will be there. Okay, now when for example D2 octahedral system is there, and all of you know D2 octahedral system has FRS term, and F splits into T1G, T2G and A2G. And if there has to be a transition, 3 transitions will be there which are allowed transitions, and we'll get accordingly those many peaks for that complexes or for that configurations we can say. And therefore FRS term, there will be involvement of PRS term, as we are going to get 3 transitions over there, and we have only splitting of FRS term into 3 Mulliken symbols. So one more will need, therefore there is a PRS term comes into picture over here. This is with respect to energy, you have to keep in mind. Okay, and this is for D2 and D7 octahedral system. This type of transitions will be there, and when there is a D3 and D8 tetrahedral system will be there, that time G will not be there. Only T1, T2, T1, A2. Transition will be same. Again T1 to T2 will be new 1, T1 to A2 will be new 2, and T1 to T1P will be new 3 transition. That is for tetrahedral. Now this side is for D3 and D8 octahedral, and D2 and D7 tetrahedral. If it is a D3 octahedral system, obviously this will be A2 will not be only A2, it will have a Garrett function. You have to keep in mind, when there is an octahedral geometry, Garrett function will be there, and whenever there is a tetrahedral geometry, that G will not be there of Garrett function, because it is a non-centrosymmetric symmetry. So only A2, T2 will be there, both sides. Just for understanding, I have written over here only A2, T2, T1, T1. But when you are going to consider octahedral geometry, this side, for example, if there is a 3D3 configuration or 3D8 configuration, then this transition will be A2G to T2G. This will be a first transition. Then A2G will be A2G to T1. This will be first. This will be second. F will be second, and this will be third. So this is new 1, new 2 and new 3, this side. So when, for example, if it is a D8 octahedral system, first transition will be A2G, because octahedral geometry. A2G to T2G. Second will be A2G to T1G FRS term, and third will be A2G to T1 P, T1G P PRS term. This will be a new 3 transition. This for D8. If it is a D2 tetrahedral system, it will be simply A2 to T2 new 1 transition, A2 to T1F new 2 transition, and A2 to T1P, this will be new 3. There will not be Garrett function. So this way you have to write the transitions when you are going for electronic spectra. Now here in DRS term and FRS term Ogel diagram, we have covered 8 electronic configuration. D10 we are not going to do, because it is completely filled, so there is no transition or there is no absorption peak in the complex. But for D5 we left with, there is one more system we left from D1 to D10, that is D5. And if you remember, when D5 will split into T2G and E2 set, both the sets will have a symmetric distribution of electrons. And RS term for this D5 will be 6s, if you remember. And this SRS term will split into A1G only, okay, which is a symmetry, allowed transition. But when we do electronic spectra for this D5 complexes, we'll get very sharp, small peak. Very less absorption peak we'll get for such kind of complexes. But what is important in the Ogel diagram, whenever there is a FRS term and whenever there is a DRS term, so you have to keep in mind these 4 configurations for this, and in earlier video we did for DRS term and these diagrams. Thank you.